Hello, fellow traders. Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Friday, July the 17th. The year's 2026. Let's talk trading. Weekly wrap up. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, I hope you had your risk management in place while you're trading this week. So you didn't lose more than you were willing to lose while you were trading. So let's just jump right into it. For the week, the dashboard shows all gaps have filled. Right now we're 64 pips below that weekly open. We're 110 off the high, 106 off the low, and we're right around the psychological 134.50 level. As you can see, we are in the opening range for the year. Notice that we went through that opening range and we bounced back up from it. We're above the opening range for the week, and we're above the opening range for the month. We're basically halfway through this month, trading days wise. For the year, we're just 12 pips below that yearly open. We're 424 off the yearly high and 305 off the yearly low. And we had an inside bar yesterday. Notice we broke down through it. That was, call it 134.60 was the short. We also broke through the monthly inside bar today from 5 months ago, but we've crossed back above it. Notice that this 134.34 number. Did you notice we saw that once before on the chart? Right here, the opening range. So keep that number in mind. And just so you know, these inside bars, lots of inside bar action because of yesterday. Now, for the range, no pairs at the moment are over 100 pips in range. So a muted day. I wonder if is it a holiday or something? I mean, 55 pips of range. The beast, the pound yen only 95. The dollar yen only 35. Is everybody taking a break? Is it just not much range today? As you can see, we went across the daily open a couple times, but it's been down since then. And right before the video, I got out of a short. I think I exited right at, was it 50 or was it 49? But there was more pips to be had, obviously. We're going back into the green rat zone. The range is large enough, 54.6 range today. Let's see. Bambino Flex was said to look for shorts, and we're 28 pips below that daily open, so I think maybe had the right idea. The pivot trading plan said to go long near S1, and that's right where we're at with that 134.44. Remember the 134.34 number. So we've missed today's pivot. We've taken out the weekly pivot. Last week's pivot wasn't taken out, and we've taken out the monthly pivot. In and out of the lower wick zone, broke it to the high side, but not by much a couple times, but that's still a break, and we've broken it to the low side. Once again, there's that yearly open that we came down across. For the smart ranges for the week, 216 pips, 75 percentile over the last 12 weeks. We broke out of the previous high by 106 pips. We did not break out of the previous low, so we got higher high, higher low. So things are trending up. High minus close, 113, 112 at the moment. Close minus low, 104. So the rats, once again, paid off. High minus open for the weekly open crossover traders, 173 to the north, and open minus low, 43 to the south. So once again, those traders were paid if they took profit when they could. Simple price action chart right now. If we switch to M30, you can see not much to be had. It's just kind of waffling here, even though 3 H30 bars ago we did have a nice move, and actually last half hour almost 12 pips, 11.9, and you can see that was an outside bar, so there might be a nice trade happening shortly. Got a death cross on M15 to the downside, and here's my morning routine chart that I've been posting out on Crestlick. And I think I put the code out there too, so you can generate it. I feed the prompt to Gemini and let Gemini generate these for me. Now, as I said, I post these on Crestlick, and there's the chart at the time of the post. And one thing I wanted you to note here in the 5-minute morning routine checklist, minute 5, create the trading plan. And so monitoring that 134.32, and remember the 134.34 I said to mention, and it basically says look for bounces into the 134.59 supply zone. Alternatively, a demonstrated hold at 134.32 offers a tight risk long scalp. And if we look at those levels, and so right here, you see that 134 level right there. You open it at M30. There was money to be made. So I've been noticing this morning routine that I've been generating here. This little trading plan section. It's been paying off. It's something, once again, very simple, and you just have to look for a price action confirming, and it would have been a nice 20 pip trade if you would have stayed in it. So that's one of the things I've been doing past week or so. So once again, you might want to go over to Crestlick.com. I put this in the Never Lose Again thread, but it basically tells you, gives you the news, where to look for, and then just the 5-minute morning routine. And these are 2 different prompts that I give to Gemini AI, and it generates the code for me, and I just recompile the indicators, and then it plots everything out. And what's interesting, you can go out to Crestlick and you can go back and see, the charts, and then you can go from day to day and go see, hey, is this accurate or is this not accurate? And so far, it seems to be pretty accurate. Okay, looking at the range for the month right now for July, 339 pips, and the ATR percent is 86. So we beat last month, we beat May so far. So this is the 3rd best ATR so far this year. ATR percentage. It's 395 for July, which is lower than the other months. Close year to date percent only down 0.06 at the moment. And the year to date accumulated, we have not pushed it. So you can see here, down for the day, up for the week, up for the month, up for the quarter, down for the year. And you can see the fib retraces here where we're at. 50% fib on the week. Is there anything else significant? Looks like we're going to the 62 here on the quarter. And as far as the pivots, we're at the monthly R1, close to weekly R1, bouncing off that support here on the daily S1. And it's funny, I was talking with Walmart, and he was saying how price has just really been respecting the pivots as of late. And looking here at the trade reminder for the month, we're inside that upper wick zone. Nope, now we're between it. Buyer's strong control at the moment on the month. We're crossed above the previous mid and previous pivot on the month. Higher high, higher low on the month. For the week, we're inside the upper wick zone at the moment. We exceeded the previous range by 86.4 pips. Higher high, higher low. So once again, trending up. And the previous, it's on the, and we dropped down the daily. Previous bar was an inside bar. You see, we broke that low. Never even came near the high. So seller strong control on the day. D1 price turning down. Lower high, lower low. And that reminds me, there's another chart I should show you. So let me go get it. I think I showed you this chart earlier in the week, but I created a another indicator here, the history. So we have the daily bias, which I really need to change that to HL bias because I've allow you to change the period, but the original was done on the daily. And then I created the multimeter, and I also made a bias history. So with the bias history, you can use it to see just how accurate it is. And I noticed something on M5. You can almost trade it like the flip flop, meaning you see we went from red to blue, and then you go long because it flip flopped. And then you can see here it went from blue to red. And so then you would be looking for a short, but there was no short to be had there. And so that's how I'm using this, because once again, this is bias. So you might want to use it in conjunction with something else. And one of the things I look at would be indicator 2. So for example here, price opened above indicator 2 right here. So, and then it started to come down, but it didn't close. Since it opened above it, I would have not taken that short, because you can see here you got a bunch of aqua dots. Here, on the other hand, you see it open below it, so you take that short. It wouldn't have been worth much unless you waited for a while, but then it might have gone against you too far. So anyway, fellow traders, that just goes to show it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So everybody have a fun and safe weekend, and remember, drain the banks. This is TheRumpledOne.